did he have like multiple Tom Brady jerseys, but he also had like this Tom Brady like fat head that was like larger than life. Hang on one second. Hello.
Hey, this is Petra.
Petra.
Petra
I
Bath
don't
from
know.
the Commit to the Bit podcast. It's a funny little podcast that, is super fun.
Oh. Okay, wait. I know a Petra from like a really like a weird, very loud podcast.
Yep, no, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. I was like, wow, there's multiple Petras. Okay, yeah. Hey, yeah, did you need something?
Yeah, I was just calling about filming episode 3.
Oh, weird, because I think we're live right now.
Oh, what is up, you guys?
Welcome back to Commit to the Bit. Yeah.
That was so good.
Again, it is a musical podcast. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be really blatantly honest with you guys right now. Petra and I filmed this episode when I was sick. I had the flu on my birthday. Hold for pity, everyone. And we tried to record while I was sick, and let me tell you one thing. The bit was low. The bit was not being committed to.
It was something else, that's for sure. And I was also just not there mentally, coming off of the birthday celebration, was not fully committed as well. So we thought you all deserve better, and we want to be fully committed to you in this relationship, and we decided to refilm. So you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, so part 2, episode 3. Yeah, and there's an unreleased version of this. Maybe we'll Taylor's version it out one day.
And it's way less fun. It's way less funny, and
it's like kind of sad.
We kind of seem like we hate each other a little bit. I don't know.
It's hard to pretend to like someone when you're sick, you know?
Yeah. And that's what Abraham Lincoln always said.
I don't like Petra. Actually, this is kind of like a paid gig.
I'm paying her so much money to yeah, this is what Commit to the Bit is I just really miss seeing Kate, and she doesn't call that often, so I'm just now paying her to be on a podcast with me so I can see her face.
Hold on, Petra, did you just mention a phone call?
Isn't that what a podcast is? It's just a phone call.
Wait, wouldn't it be crazy if this entire episode was about phone calls?
That would be so crazy. And that brings us to this week's episode, Restaurant Bits Part 2.
The whole Commit to the Bit podcast is restaurant bits. That's all we have. I go to eat every day. God. No, this week, hey, it's going to be about bits to do on the phone, bits to do on the phone. Okay, I have something to say.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the first 2 episodes that we recorded like over a month ago. And so I just want to say to everyone who gave us feedback or told us things that they liked or that they didn't like or that anything, just know that this is the first episode we have recorded since our birthdays when, by the way, sorry, just want to really hammer in that I had the flu on my fucking birthday. And Petra had a party bus with a stripper pole. What? So anyway, if you're going to send love to like anyone, I just just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, this is the first podcast that we've posted since then, so a lot has happened, and I just want to say I have to get it on the pod. I don't understand what the fuck is going on at the Met Gala. How are these women peeing? I can never go. I can never be invited. Anna Wintour, I know you're listening. What are we gonna like? I'm gonna have to wear a catheter to the Met Gala. Why these girls can't pee in those crazy dresses? And the second someone tells me I can't pee, I have to pee the first 10 minutes of any Broadway show. All I can think about is peeing.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the middle of this row and I can't get up and I know the line's going to be long. So God forbid I have to pee. Mm-hmm. It's all I can think about. And all I thought about while I was watching all of the people parade up those stairs, I mean, besides every other thought I was having, I was definitely thinking about urine. What about you?
Yeah.
Did you watch the Met Gala?
Yeah. I too was thinking about how they pee in those outfits. No, actually I wasn't. I'm lying. I'm sorry. I shouldn't lie. But I do want to add to that I know that you do pee a lot. Yeah, I feel like people probably
I
think
do,
that
thank
you are
you.
doing drugs when we go out because of the amount of times you go to the bathroom.
I just have to pee all the time. And a lot of it is, yeah, it's like, am I going to have to, like, if I see a line forming at a bathroom, I'm like, I should get in line before it gets crazy.
Yeah.
Just to empty the old tank, you know,
That means that you're
get a quick
hydrated.
oil change in. Yeah. And I'm also beautiful. And I'm also talented.
All of the above. Full tank.
Like, how
talented,
do they pee? I'm literally
gorgeous.
when I'm invited to the Met Gala, the theme is gonna have to be like swimsuits because I'm gonna have to one, show off my absolute rockin' bod in a tan kini, and two, that way I'll be able to pee
or
in the pool.
diapers. Yeah, it could be like newborns.
No, I'm a little better than that. Yeah, the theme is newborn
The
babies.
theme is little babies. Well, actually,
How do do astronauts pee? I could wear an astronaut suit.
Yeah, you could because they do pee. That is actually a fun fact that I do know about astronauts. I don't know how I actually know this fun fact. I probably saw it on TikTok somewhere. I'll have to figure out where. But
the classic, I read this really interesting article, a TikTok. It was a TikTok, yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw somewhere on the internet. Okay, so you saw a TikTok. You don't have to lie. You can just tell the truth. Okay, so astronauts and peeing in their suits. So I do know that astronauts pee in their suits. I'm not sure about women or if they have like what their suits look like, but I do know with men that they have to have. Sorry, listeners, if you don't want this to be, I don't know, this is going to be a little crass because I'm talking about peeing and men. And so, anyways, they have to have like a little like condom like thing around their penises.
What? Petra! Crass.
Sorry, it's a little crass. So you have to have like a condom around their penises. And so the suit makers would go to the astronauts and they would say, hey, how big is your penis size so that we can fit this condom thing around your penis so that you can pee. And they always were like, oh, it's extra large. It's like super big. It's large. And so that wasn't working and there was holes in the suits because of it, and it was like that could kill them. So they're like, okay, well, you actually need to be honest with us, and they changed the sizing to large, extra large, and extra extra large, so there's no longer a small, medium, or large for astronaut penis sizes.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so what you're saying is I could wear an astronaut suit and I could get a condom for my extra extra large penis and wear it to the Met Gala and be fine.
Absolutely. That's what I would do if I were you.
Thank you for doing that research for me.
And also with women, I know this about their periods. They ask them like, how many tampons are you going to need when you're up there? And the one time this woman was only going up for like 2 weeks, they sent her 100 tampons. She was like, what?
That's hilarious. Wait, how do I ask? I was going to ask how girl astronauts pee, but you know what? That's for the Patreon.
Hey, Kate, here's another story about peeing in astronauts. Are you ready for this?
These are my favorite stories. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so female astronaut.
Is it too late to change the podcast theme just to pissing astronauts?
I can't believe that I know about 2 stories about peeing in astronauts. Okay, here we go. Astronaut Lisa Nowak. Lisa Nowak. Okay, she's female astronaut. She was reported to have driven 14 hours cross country to confront a new flame of her former lover. So she's going through a psychotic break. And that 14-hour drive, she didn't want to make any stops, so she wore a diaper. And then she got arrested. Yeah, so she's the first astronaut to ever be arrested.
What's wrong with that?
You're like, sounds like a Tuesday.
I'm like, what's sorry, are you done? How the hell do you know that?
I gotta go touch grass. I'm on the internet too much. I saw it in an article on the internet.
She drove 14 hours in a diaper to yell at her ex-boyfriend's current hoe.
I think that there were more nefarious reasonings for it. I think she was going with the intention of hurting her, which is why she got arrested.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
Okay. First astronaut arrested.
Mhm.
Was she wearing her astronaut costume?
She should have just worn the whole suit and she could have peed in that.
Yeah, as we just learned, you can pee in your little condom.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I don't know if you can pee in it. I should have just put that out there. But I think you can. I know that F1 racers pee in their suits, but they don't wear.
What? The F1 races are like 30 minutes.
It's an hour, and sometimes they just like can't hold it, and they'll just go. Lewis Hamilton said that he's never done it, but I don't know if I believe that.
Thank God. I was like, God, he lost his hotness. Imagine winning an F1 race and everyone like runs up to your little F1 car and everyone's like, yeah, dude. They're like shooting off champagne and you stand up with your just like wet pants.
Well, they are just like soaking wet because they sweat so much. They lose up to 10 pounds every race.
What?
Because of how hot it is. Isn't that crazy?
Can we get some AC in there?
Wow.
10 pounds.
We should change this podcast to just facts about...
just out of curiosity, they lose 10 pounds in 1 hour?
Yeah, from sweating so... I mean, up to 10 pounds. That's like an exaggeration.
Do you know anywhere that I could do that?
Yeah, just like suit yourself up, get in the car, blast it up to 100 degrees, and drive in a circle for an hour.
I call an Uber. I'm like, truly step on it, sir.
And you're like,
drive as fast as you can to Bushwick and back. I'm wearing like a full like coveralls jumpsuit.
You're asking your friends, you're like, what's your workout routine? They're like, core power. And you're like, okay, so this is mine.
I was like, so I'm trying this new thing. I piss myself and I sweat every ounce of like oxygen and energy out of my body.
Yeah, that's what they do.
In an Uber shared pool.
You're just wearing like an F1 suit like, and a helmet.
Okay. I'm going to ease us into starting our bits.
Okay.
As you guys know from the title of the pod, that this is about phone bits. Mm-hmm. So, Petra, you can start with your bits today, but to ease us into the mindset of phone bits, I was texting our dear friend Alan.
Oh, I love
him. And I was talking about phone bits. Alan is my go-to for bits. He is the funniest. So I texted him and I was like, hey, we're doing phone bits today. Any profound thoughts for me? And he brought up the classic when Kelly Rowland in that music video is texting Nelly on Excel. Do you know what I'm talking about? She has that like sidekick phone, or not sidekick, whatever. It like slides up and she's like typing out a whole sentence and it's just like in the A line of Excel, like chewing him out.
Oh my God.
And I was like, not exactly the phone bit I'm looking for, but definitely something it feels good to say.
A funny,
to remind the audience.
A little haha. That's good.
It's a total haha.
Total haha.
All right, take it away with your bits, Queenie.
Okay. Well, everyone has a bit that they do on the phone, right? Like everyone has their signature when they answer the phone. They do if they're in a funny, goofy mood.
Totally.
My
totally.
Mine is when I'll answer the phone. Sometimes I'll go for Petra, and it just it catches people so off guard. I think it's so funny. They're like, "Wait, what?" Yeah, no, just like go ahead and go for Petra.
Calling Petra. I'm sobbing. I'm like throwing up. I'm like And she's like, go for Petra. I'm like, yeah, she does it every time.
You're like, I'll bleep this out. Cheated on me again, and I'm taking him back.
And that's going for Petra for sure.
Go for Petra.
Yeah, that.
I think
I've
it's
been
so
cheated
funny.
on again. Yeah.
Should I take it back? Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay, every podcast we have talked about him, that man is getting way too much airtime. Weird
but
bitch.
It's funny. At least it's funny.
It is funny. It is so funny for me to be cheated on. Keep going. Next bit.
I have one more bit that kind of leads into your bit. So.
Oh, how exciting.
Segue, transition. Woohoo, woohoo. So this bit is if somebody else's phone is ringing, I'll answer it for them because I have no boundaries. And I'll just go ahead and pick up their phone and I'll go, this is so-and-so's secretary. How can I help you?
Because I have no boundaries.
Yeah.
Sorry, just that processed.
Stay with me here. Stay with me.
Answering someone else's phone is it's like one of the sweeter things of life.
Oh yeah.
Like getting to pick up someone else's phone, it just touches me in a place that few things can.
Are you okay? Do you need to talk?
I love the idea. No, I'm very lonely. I love the idea of picking up someone's phone and going, who is this? Onto someone's phone.
Stop calling. How did you get this number?
You have to talk about the bit you do with your niece and nephew. Okay. Petra has a niece and a nephew that are babies. They're like 1.5. And I was at her house one time and she did this and it's hysterical.
So what they really like doing right now is handing you objects and pretending it's a phone. So whether it be a shoe or a remote, whatever. And they do this quite often. And it's just like a silly little thing that we do. Some would call it a bit. And I answer. And about after the 7th time of answering, I'll go, please stop calling this number. And the look of concern on their faces.
They're like, play the fucking game, Petra.
They're like, no, do the funny thing.
Like, you pick it up, you go, take us off this list. Stop calling. It's a show. I love that.
Do you know what I've been through today? You need to stop calling. All right, go ahead.
Oh my god, Petra. It's my turn! God. Okay, here we go. Okay, I came up with this one. I came up with all these. It's my podcast. I'm a genius.
Yes,
anyway. When someone calls you that you know, so Petra calls me, hello, and I have caller ID, I have an iPhone, and someone calls you and they're talking and then they say something bad news or ask you to do something. So let's say Petra calls me and she's like, hey, I need you to edit that video. You go, oh, I'm really sorry. I don't think you have the right number. Someone must have written it down wrong. If anyone ever tells you something you don't want to hear. Your mom calls you. She's like, we need you to come downstairs to do the laundry. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know who this is.
No,
and then you hang up.
And then you don't do the work. It works every time.
And then you're exempt from doing whatever they ask, which is really awesome.
Genius. So smart.
Works like a charm. Yeah, you could also try it with your bosses. Yeah, go ahead. Give that a try.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm being so brave right now. First off, it's really chilly in my apartment. I have goosebumps. 2, there's a fly flying around. 3, I have to blow my nose and I haven't blown my nose. Yeah, I had the flu on my birthday. Okay, ready? Okay, so this next bit is from my ex-boyfriend. Hopefully he does not mind me telling it. I laughed and laughed my little tail off when he did it, and I've never done it, but it is delicious. It is such a good bit. He got a phone call one time from one of his friends, but I didn't see his phone. We were sitting on the couch, on an L-shaped couch, so I was not privy to this phone screen. And he answers it, and he's talking, and they're like sorting out details. They're like, great, okay, I'll be there at this time. Yep, I'm bringing her. Like, we're doing this. Got it, cool. He hangs up, and I go, who was that? And he goes, wrong number. After just having like a 10-minute conversation with anyone time someone, oh yeah, they had the wrong number.
I
think
gotta
that
start
is
using
so
that.
funny.
That was the best thing that came out of your relationship for me, personally.
Yeah, that was such a funny bit.
Ugh.
Yeah, just like especially because there were like so many details given back and forth. The idea that I explained the joke. I go, so actually what's funny about it is that I don't need
And
to
it's funny
explain it.
because
It's
he's
fucking
having a
funny.
conversation with somebody that he knows, and so there's no plausible way that it was a wrong number. That's why it's funny.
Yeah, you wouldn't tell someone who's calling the wrong number. So many details. Do you get it? Yeah, fuck
And
me.
now this is the
It
part
was
where
a
you
good
laugh.
good bit. Thanks to him for that one. I texted my brother about phone bits, and he told me he used to work at this retail store. And whenever he would pick up the phone, whatever coworker was standing next to him, he would say like, "Hi, this is Bill," or like, "Hi, this is Bob." Neither of which are my brother's names, by the way. You have to know that. And he would answer with like whatever coworker was standing next to him, or like when someone would come up and talk to him, he'd be like, "Hi, like I'm Petra." And every time he did, they would just like look over and be like, "What?"
That's funny. I like that.
I do that a lot. Speaking of restaurant bits, holy shit. I love like ordering a bagel. You're ordering a bagel in New York. And you go up and you're with someone and I'm like, yeah, that's for Petra. And then they immediately ask you your name. Oh, bitch. Just pulled the fucking rag out from under your feet. Scramble. I took your name.
We both can't be Petra. That's for damn sure.
That wouldn't make any fucking sense. I just thought that was so funny, like answering the phone and being like, just saying any other name, but the person standing next to you. It's even funnier if they're not funny. Okay, another thing I do, and as Petra said, everyone fucking gets on the phone and does their own thing. You know, like dads are always like, hello, or like, you know, everyone has their thing. Like, this is not groundbreaking material I'm about to give you here. But when I call someone, I did this to Meredith the other day. Shout out Meredith. I called her and I was like, I think it was Meredith. Meredith, if it wasn't, I'm sorry. I called. You know what? Cut that whole part. I was okay. This one you can do when you call someone. I call. And when they answer and they were like, hey, I go, hi, is this Petra? And Petra is like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, great. I have Kate Spencer waiting for you on the line. Do you mind if I patch you through? And Petra will say yes. And then they'll patch. I'll patch me and I'll be like, what up, what up, motherfucker? Like, use. I love to be my own assistant.
I
I
love
love it. I
that.
love it. I love it.
I love that so
Hi, I have
much.
Kate on the line.
Oh, you could use that in so many
Hi,
different ways too. You can be like, "Hi, this is Kate Spencer's phone. We are just calling to confirm that you want to go out tonight."
hi, this is Kate's mom. She wanted to know if you still wanted to play later. Is it okay if Kate comes over for a little snack later?
You do that to a guy that you're
Great.
seeing like very casually.
Hey, just wondering if you are still down to pick up Kate from work later and maybe go get a couple beverages. She does need to be home because it is a school night.
I love
They
calling
never
days of
talk
the
to me
week
again.
school nights.
They never speak to me again. Yeah, boom, bit. There's a bit. Call it a school night or a play date, hanging out play dates.
I
Do
love
you want to
that.
play after school?
I love.
Speaking of Meredith, she and I FaceTime a lot on the weekends, and when I answer, I do this with August too. This is not profound by any means, but I'll just FaceTime someone and I'll just stare at the screen when they answer. I won't say anything. I'll just like look through them, sort of like in a ghostly way.
Mm-hmm.
You can breathe. You certainly can breathe, but just some deep sighs, maybe. And that one, does anyone laugh? Absolutely not. No one laughs, but I like to do it because life is about fun.
Mm-hmm. It gets you on the same wavelength.
Exactly. And, there's nothing more important in life than eye contact. And what better way to establish dominance than staring someone down? Okay, this one is from my coworker. Here we go. I walked into his office and he was on the phone, and at his desk, we were in an office, and he's on the phone, and I'm just waiting for him to be off the phone to talk to him. And he suddenly goes to the guy. He goes, "Oh, hang on, wait. I'm about to go through a tunnel, so I'm losing you. I'm losing you." And hangs up.
I love that one. I know that, like, obviously the person doesn't know that you're going through a tunnel, but it would be even funnier if you're doing it on FaceTime. You're just like sitting at your desk.
So
I'm going
obviously
through a tunnel.
not going through a tunnel. Oh, I'm about to go through a tunnel. Sorry. And then he hung it up, and we laughed and laughed because we were not going through any tunnels. Also, using it somewhere where there's no tunnels, like in New York, obviously there's tunnels. I live in New York. But like, Petra, like, what are the odds you would ever be going through a tunnel if you use that bit? Be pretty funny. Petra can't drive. So it's even better.
So funny. I'll start using that immediately. Or if you're on FaceTime.
Okay.
You're on FaceTime and you're like, "Oh, I'm about to hop in the shower." Fully dressed.
Yeah. Middle of the day, you're at work, you're on a work call. Oh, hopping in the shower.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, I'm doing my laundry. Hold on.
Okay, now you're just like coming up with excuses.
Sorry.
No, hey, never be sorry. Unless you should be. Okay, this is less of a bit and more just like a fond thought that came to me when we were doing phone bits. Holy cow, did I just talk for so long? Good God, sorry. Maybe do some like music right here so people have a break from this old fucking yapper, huh? Music here. Okay, great. Back to me. I was thinking about, back when we were younger, when we were in our teens, it was popular to have. My voice sounds so congested, guys.
It kind of it sounds hot.
You like this?
Yeah.
When I get picked up for the voice of GMC, Will Arnett gets fired. I become the new Will Arnett.
He becomes my new co-host.
Starts talking about us. You get Will Arnett. I'm on Smartless. I do GMC. I have kids. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Will Arnett gets cheated on.
Oh yes, I was like, yeah. Yeah, let's always circle back. You get a buzz every time you say Will Arnett or Kate got cheated on the pod. It's actually you get a little prize. Okay. One of the funny things that I remembered is, I would say probably 10 years ago now. I don't know. People probably still fucking have it, but where you used to call someone and you would get their voicemail, but they would have that like joke where it's like, "Hello? Oh my God. Psych, this is actually my voicemail. Leave a message after the tone. Got your ass." You remember that?
Oh my God. Those pissed me off so much. The rage that would fill inside of me when I hear those.
The bit that came to me was like, the first time someone does it, you're like, "Oh, got me." But then the second time you're like calling because you like earnestly need to fucking speak to them, and they're like letting it ring through to voicemail because they're like, I've got the funniest fucking thing coming for them. Like, I'm gonna let them hit the voicemail. But you've got like, here, ready? You be the voicemail.
Okay. Here we go. You're calling me. Ring, ring.
Yep.
Hello?
Hi, Petra Bab. This is your doctor.
Sounds good.
Oh, I just wanted to give you the results back. You actually do have herpes, chlamydia, and gonorrhea. And
Gotcha. This is my voicemail, you idiot. Call me back and maybe I'll answer this time.
And your doctor's like, okay, sick. Like, yeah, I got. Like,
the cancer is terminal. So please call me back.
This is my voicemail. Boop, boop, boop. Like, no matter what, like, people are like, oh my fucking god, like, your divorce lawyer's calling.
So funny.
You get a new job. Like, the amount of like actual adults that go through to my voicemail, like, maybe I should have that. Fuck it. I'll make one tonight.
And everyone, why don't you call Kate right now? Here's her phone number.
No, that's only if we get 1,000. No, fuck it, 100,000 followers. Then you can have my number. Patras, you could probably find it online now if you really tried. So, anyway, let's all set our voicemails back to how it was. Let's see how this shakes out in adulthood. Shall we?
Shall we? Yes.
And those were all my bits.
Thank you for sharing. Those were great.
That was a lot of bits.
I can't wait to start using all of them. Unfortunately, we also live in
one phone call.
Oh, go ahead. What?
In one phone call. You use all of the bits in one phone call.
Every single one. Anyone call me.
Go for Petra. Wrong number. This is Petra's assistant. He just told me he loves me. Oh, this is actually not Petra. It's Kate. The person's like calling 911.
They're like, how did you get this number? Thanks for listening, everyone. This has been a fun one. And until next time. Who is this? Stop calling.
Please stop calling here. Leave us alone.
I have a family. I have a family.
We love ya. We love ya. Bye, guys. Bye. 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 I gotta stop singing on the pod. Christ have mercy.